Ass blast. So I just got out of the theater after watching They Will Kill You, which is a movie starring Zazie Beetz as a woman named Asia Reeves who goes to a house with a satanic death cult that is holding her sister hostage. And she basically just plays a total badass who just starts just murdering everybody in the place brutally. And it's incredibly violent, it's incredibly gory, and it's kind of awesome at the beginning, to be honest with you. I was thoroughly entertained for the first little bit. I actually saw this movie on a screening of a Mystery Movie Monday through Regal because I do have the Regal Unlimited Pass, and they do something that's really cool where I want to say it's twice a month. You can go see an unreleased movie before it comes out, and it's only $5, but doesn't apply because I have the Regal Unlimited Pass, which is I want to say $22 a month, and you can see unlimited movies. But yeah, it just so happened that They Will Kill You was this week's movie, and yeah, it was. It said it was a mystery movie horror edition. I don't know if I would call this one a horror though. It's more of an action than anything. It's just incredibly violent and gory. There was a little bit of horror at the beginning, but it was short lived, and then it was mostly just over the top violence action for the rest of it. And I have to be honest with you guys, I fell asleep in the middle of the movie. I want to say about an hour 10 in, I got kind of sleepy and I fell asleep, and I woke up at the end, and I didn't really feel like I missed a whole lot because once this movie kind of gets rolling, it's like you kind of know what's going on. It's like just violence and blood and gore and just people getting their heads blown up and limbs chopped off and stuff like that. And it's like, kind of once you've seen the first little bit of the movie, you kind of know what the rest of it's going to be like. It's kind of like a game of cat and mouse. And yeah, she's just basically a total badass, Zazie Beetz is. She's just going around just they're trying to kill her, but she is obviously more skilled. So it's kind of one of those things where they start to get afraid of her. And then, yeah, essentially they still want to kill her, but she has the upper hand for the entire movie. So that was pretty cool. I think we'll just talk about each aspect of the movie one by one. Let's talk about the acting to start. The acting, I would say, was pretty good. There was one line that Zazie Beetz had. I don't want to spoil it, but it was kind of like corny, and I was like, that could have been done better. But the rest of the acting it was pretty good. Like, this movie's not going to win any Oscars or anything like that. Just want to be clear about that. But there were no, like, just absolute blind spots with the acting. Like, it was decent. It was passable. I will give the acting a 6 out of 10, okay? The storyline was very surface level, I will say. It's pretty straightforward. It's just basically they just do whatever they can to create a storyline to put them into this one house or mansion or hotel or whatever the fuck it was. And it's basically just they want to get them into the location to where Zazie Beetz can start brutally murdering people. And that's exactly what they do. So who cares about the storyline? I didn't care about it. I don't think anybody in the theater cared about it. So once they established the setting, the storyline did not matter. There's a death cult. They want to kill her, which is why the movie's called They Will Kill You. So then she starts just killing all of them in the most badass, brutal way possible. So yeah, storyline I will give a it doesn't matter grade to, basically. Yeah, one thing that did stand out to me about this movie was the editing and the camera work. So the editing and the camera work was actually pretty good. There's a lot of these close-up shots with some good sound effects and stuff like that. People getting their, like blood spraying out of their open holes after their head gets cut off or whatever. There's this one part where this dude literally like gets decapitated, which is pretty badass, and it like stops for a sec, like his head falls off, and then just blood just starts like spraying out of it, like it's like a fucking like garden hose or something like that. And I thought that was kind of a cool effect because the dude's head still has that whole like kind of lookout on it after it gets cut off, but it's still like attached, and then it like falls off, and then it starts spraying out and stuff. And there were different shots with close-ups and stuff like that, and just different like scenes where they're like crawling through crawl spaces and stuff, and the camera is like it's like all dark except for the crawl space. So there were certain things like that that I thought were pretty artfully done, pretty cool. But yeah, that really stood out to me. The special effects were really good. I didn't notice any like CGI or anything like that that was like super in your face or like that looked really fake or anything like that. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, and also another plus I'm gonna give this movie is just the runtime. I don't like long movies, guys. I will tell you that right now. I love movies, but anytime a movie, especially a movie like this, is over like an hour and a half, I'm like, it just feels so unnecessary after a certain point, you know? Like, if it's like a mystery or something where it's like you really need to be invested and it can justify being over 2 hours, sure, whatever. Or a drama, like something like that, where it's like any like over 2 hours is fine for that when it's like it warrants it and it needs it. But for horror or a just an action like this where it's like a service level plot and you know what you're kind of going in to see, just fucking keep it an hour and a half, bro. Honestly, even that is kind of long sometimes. I'm like, all right, let's get it on. And I did get kind of bored in this one, and that's why I fell asleep. So, and then my friend who I was who I was at the movie with, explaining to me what happened, and I was like, yeah, okay, so cool. I didn't miss anything, basically, is from what he told me. I'm not gonna spoil it because the movie's not out yet, and you guys should go see it because it was actually a pretty fun movie. But, yeah, I feel like they kind of just because this movie's like an hour 38, something like that. It's pretty short, but it still felt kind of long to be honest with you, which is honestly saying something. Being only an hour and 38 movie and it's still feeling like it was kind of long. So yeah, I did get a little bit bored. I thought that they could have just the beginning could have just cut to the chase a little bit quicker, and then they should have just cut out all the bullshit. They should have just made this movie like an hour. Honestly, I know that's like kind of against what I don't want to say conventional wisdom. Like normally when there's a feature length movie, it's like an hour and a half at least. I feel like they should just change it so it can just be an hour. Because a lot of these movies, they're just a bunch of filler shit to get to that hour 30 runtime. This was one of those movies I was like, just make it an hour, call it good, you know? And I feel like there's going to be a lot of fans of this movie that come after me for that. If anybody watches this, I want to say we're up to 12 subscribers now, so I don't really think there's actually going to be a lot of people coming after me for that because very few people are going to watch this, but yeah, I was a little bit bored at times, and yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Practical effects, really good. That was one of the pluses of the movie was just the blood and gore was really good and pretty sick. You could tell there wasn't really any CGI that I could notice. I already talked about the camera work and the, yeah, all that stuff was really good. Acting was okay. Yeah, it was pretty badass for a lot of it, but there were just pacing issues. Acting was all right, and yeah, overall, I'm gonna give this movie a C+. Yeah, so do with that what you will. So They Will Kill You. Have you seen it? What do you think about it? Let me know what you think in the comments, and please do not forget to subscribe and like this video. So yeah, all right, peace out, everybody.